Now coming to geomorphology, test 3. Here also, I will discuss, I think the direct questions I'm not going to discuss. It's directly from the class questions. I'll discuss the questions like the structure of answer for some questions. First two questions directly like direct content. Okay. So you learn it, you just write the content. That's it. Nothing on the structure of the answer. Now 1C, biodiversity is essential for sustainable development. Discuss. So the introduction part, you can write about sustainable development. You can write about the different components of sustainable development. Then the biodiversity is one of the essential component of sustainable development. Okay. Then the significance, biodiversity, the relation between biodiversity and sustainable development, you can actually explain it with the help of sustainable development goals. There are actually certain sustainable development goals, 1, 2, 6, 7. If you don't know the goals also, that's fine. You don't have to define it, like define the goals. You can just write about the different aspects with respect to biodiversity and sustainable development. Okay. Now question 1D, discuss the characteristics and types of tundra biome. That is also a direct question. The only thing you have to actually include here is you have to draw a world map showing the tundra biome regions. That is very important. Different characteristics and types you can write. Types in the sense you have Arctic tundra, Alpine tundra, and Arctic tundra. Okay. Then 1E, geomorphology has diverse application over a large area of human activity. The question is related to the application part of geomorphology. So geomorphology and regional planning, geomorphology and urbanization, economic geomorphology, environmental geomorphology. Okay, geomorphology and resources, exploration, mineral energy resources. Okay, you can write various points, different applications of geomorphology. Now 2A, beginning in the 1950s, a wealth of new evidence and major scientific developments emerged that supported Wegener's ideas and spurred the formation of plate tectonic theory. Discuss. So the question is actually related to from continent drift to plate tectonic, how that actually evolved. So you can mention about both. Okay. And also, what are the major scientific developments that resulted in the formation of the plate tectonic theory? For example, you have seafloor spreading, or you have like what that demonstration of that youthfulness of the ocean floor. You can talk about that the Earth's magnetic field. Okay, the reversal of Earth's magnetic field. So you have to mention about that transition, how this, what actually resulted in the formation of plate tectonic. Okay, all these aspects. The question is not about plate tectonic, question is about the what actually resulted in the development of formation of plate tectonic. Now, 2B, to a great extent, views of other homes on isostasy are compatible with the views of Airy. Direct question. Write about isostasy, the concept of isostasy by Airy, concept of isostasy by Holmes. You have to write both, draw the diagrams as well. Now question 2C, changing individual and community behavior alone can have a significant impact on the environment and climate crisis. Discuss the statement with reference to mission life. The question is about environmental degradation. Okay, so you can actually introduce that particular concept with some statistics. Then how human behavior has an impact on environmental, that is human activities, environment and climate issues. We can talk about the emissions, urbanization, transportation, overexploitation of natural resources, global warming. Then the question is, discuss with reference to mission life. Right. So then you can introduce this particular mission. Mission Life is a new initiative for sustainable and healthy lifestyle. That means lifestyle for environment, that is life. To make the fight against the climate change democratic, in which everyone can contribute within their capacity. Okay. So you can write about that particular mission. Okay, how that can actually help in fighting the climate change and environmental issues. I think next question, direct question, directly from the class notes. It's very important for this year's mains. Soil classification, zonal, azonal, intrazonal. I hope you have that that diagram, that classification diagram in your class notes. Any of the here the question is about zonal. Question can be about azonal. Question can be about intrazonal. That is very important. You have to read it. And the second part is soil formation process also. That is also directly from your class notes. Next question is related to the distribution of plants and animals. What are the factors which affects the distribution of plants and animals? Write about biotic factors and abiotic factors. Biotic factors. Explain each of biotic and abiotic. Discuss environmental problems due to population growth. You have to come up with some statistics related to population growth. Statistics is very important. Now, effects of what population growth on environment. That means threat to biodiversity, shortage of water resources, land degradation, depletion of natural resources, environmental degradation, desertification, climate change. The only thing is like you will be having enough points. Only thing is you have to validate your points with examples and case studies. Okay, and you can draw a map showing the population density, different population density across the world. Next is periglacial landscape. You have given account of various periglacial landscapes. The Peltiers, Peltier actually put forward the concept of periglacial cycle of erosion. So you can write about the process and write about the landforms. Critically analyze Peng's slope replacement model. Again, direct question. Write about Peng's slope replacement model. Then write about the assumptions of that model. Write about that particular model. Then evaluation of that model. What are the criticism against that particular model? Next question is Vavilow's gene pool centers. Again, direct question. Second part is importance of preserving the gene pool. Okay. So what are the So first part is Vavilow's gene pool center. The only thing is you have to actually draw the map of world, show the different gene pool centers. For example, South Asiatic Tropical Center, Southwestern Asiatic Center, East Asiatic Center, and Mediterranean Center. So like that. So you have to draw the map of world and show the different regions. So gene pool means what? It is actually the total number of genes found within a population. So it is basically like each gene pool has got a specific purpose, right? That is actually representing plant or animal a particular characteristics or resistance to a particular diseases or tolerance to harsh climate, etc., etc. So you can write about like the importance of preserving the gene pool. Okay. Give some statistics, give some data from FAO report related to that. Fumaroles, short note, direct question. Little of Earth's topography, that is also direct. I think you have like that different statements, 8 or 9 statements which has been given, right? So one of those statements can be asked in the question. Okay, so you have to actually that Thornbury's different statements of geomorphological concept. So this is one among those statements, again direct. Discuss the impact of climate change on mountain ecosystem on global scale. So write about climate change, give some statistics related to climate change. Impact of climate change on major, so you can draw a map of world, show the major mountain ecosystems and write about the effects. Since you are writing the effects in the conclusion, just write about the way forward, 2 or 3 lines related to the way forward, how we can actually reduce the impact of climate change on mountain ecosystems. For example, like mountain ecosystem means what? Climate change is in what? Increased global warming result in glacier melt. Then, so like that. Okay. Related to impact on agriculture, impact on hydroelectricity, then impact on like what disasters, loss of biodiversity, etc. etc. What is climate justice? Discuss why climate justice matters. Current affairs, contemporary question. So you can write about COP27, talking about climate justice. So that means you have to actually find solutions for climate change in a more just and more fair manner. Okay. So relevance of climate justice. I think you have enough point has been given in your model answers. And also you can draw that block diagram showing the 6 pillars of climate justice and write about the relevance of climate justice. And last question is discuss the role of UNCCD in combating desertification. Write about desertification, definition of desertification. Write about UNCCD, the origin of UNCCD, and discuss the significance of UNCCD, what UNCCD has been doing to combat desertification to reduce land degradation. And also you can give some examples with respect to or the major the programs which has been implemented by UNCCD, for example, in sub-Saharan African region. You can mention that as well as a case study. Okay, that's it. I think in these 2 papers, majority of the questions are direct. There is nothing much to explain. I have just explained those questions, like the structure of the answer. The other questions, like direct questions, you can read it from your model answers. Geomorphology important topics parayamo. Okay. Geomorphology, it's basically, see, geomorphology is a very lengthy module. Basic requirement is you have to cover the syllabus. That is very important, whatever is given in the syllabus. Okay. It's basically first part is related to endogenic in the sense plate tectonic or volcanoes or earthquake or geosynclinal theory, etc. Then coming to the exogenic, all the 5 exogenic agents and the landforms which has been developed by all the 5 exogenic agents. That is very important. Apart from that, erosional surface, slope development model. These 2 are important. And application part, just have a general idea regarding the application of geomorphology. Okay, so just cover the syllabus. You don't have to do anything beyond the syllabus. That is not possible. Maybe one question you will be getting what from geomorphology where nobody will be able to answer. Just leave that particular question. My point is, don't spend more time on geomorphology. All the topics are equally important. Okay, so people actually spend more time on geomorphology, studying the different concepts in geomorphology. You stick to the syllabus and also what is given in the class note apart from the syllabus. That would be fine. Okay, don't spend much time on geomorphology. Right? Yeah. And also what is given in the answer key, what has been discussed in the answer key, just read that as well. And I have actually shared some what model answers, the answer script of toppers in the group. Okay, go through the toppers answer key. So you'll be having an idea with respect to the presentation, with respect to how they are actually using the writing the geographical answers, how they are writing the introductions. I think Chandrakant have actually secured 75th rank in this year's CSE examination. So I think I have shared his answer key. Then you have Mithun rank 12, Minnu rank 150. Minnu's answer key, you can just look at her presentation, how she's actually presenting the answers, how she's actually giving examples, some geographical examples. and as well as the Veena's. I think Veena's paper on perspectives in human geography is very good. You can go through that particular papers. Okay. Any questions you have? Okay, we'll stop here. Thank you.